Hi everyone, my name is Sean. I will be your narrator for the next 10 minutes.
Do you know, there are more than 100 Korean idol groups that are currently active in the K-pop industry. They play significant parts of beautiful Korean culture. What we are showing right now are several globally well-known idol groups. Look, how cute they are. Wait, did you notice? They are the non-Korean members of the idol groups. As you just noticed, it has been increasingly common to see foreign stars in K-pop industry, especially in those idol groups. To be more specific, we can differentiate them into two groups: foreign idols with no Korean backgrounds and those ethnic Korean ancestries, mostly Korean Americans. According to scholar Michael Fuhr, those non-Korean stars with various backgrounds has impact on import orientations, export orientations, and global awareness. Our video is going to argue how those foreign idols lead the K-pop industry to a new multicultural level both domestically and globally. For the import orientation, Michael Fuhr explains in his article that increasing demand for manpower in the entertainment industry field turns South Korea into an attractive job market for young returning ethnic Korean ancestries, mostly Korean Americans. These Korean Americans endowed with cosmopolitan accessibility, linguistic and musical skills. They play important roles of introducing new songs and trends to Korean local markets. From the journal article of Eun-Young, young Korean Americans who grew up in cities like Los Angeles and New York City return to their ancestral homeland and explain conception of hip-hop culture. One of the most typical and early examples is the group called Solid from Michael Fuhr's article. Quote, consisting of three Korean American artists who emerged from underground hip-hop scene in Los Angeles to become one of the best-selling groups and precursors of the R&B genre in Korea. Growing up listening to Western pop and rock music during their school years, the group members immersed themselves in hip-hop music before they start writing songs and helping their friends from Taiwanese American rap group LA Boys. This group was signed to a label that not only organized their album releases and performances in Taiwan, but also held business contact to film companies and brokers in China, Hong Kong, and Korea. End quote. These artists helped Korea to transform into an early adopter of hip-hop in Asia. The modern version of this example is Tiffany, the South Korea-based American and a former Girls' Generation member who was born and raised in the US. The solo song I Just Wanna Dance she released back in 2016 was being heavily influenced by the American female artists of the 90s. It also has the aim of embracing a throwback American pop sound. The MV of this song was not only shooted in Los Angeles, but also contained essential elements of California style throughout the video. Michael Fuhr has further emphasized that Korean Americans are not only being attractive for their overseas experience, but also they tend to be more patient and willing to trade hard. Overall, the ethnic Korean ancestries contributes to the local market by introducing new sounds and trends which enriches culture of K-pop. Now, the question is, how do marketers position those enriched Korean culture products to overseas markets whose consumers may not understand the language? According to Stephen Chen, a significant ingredient to the success of K-pop is the strategic marketing framework used by South Korean media corporations to promote cultural products to overseas consumers. One of the marketing strategies used by talent agencies is to recruit local talents into their boys and girls bands. A good example will be five-member group FX, which includes Victoria Song, who is the Chinese national, and Amber Liu, who is a Taiwanese American. SF Entertainment brought them to Korea and trained them under the academy system. FX was branded as Asia's pop dance group, and the whole point of emphasizing on Asia instead of Korea shows SM Entertainment's intention to make FS a globally oriented pop group. According to what Lee Soo-man, the founder of SM Entertainment, indicates in his Stanford speech, Introducing three phases of globalization technologies is the fundamental goal of his company. In the first phase, local Korean members were used to explore cultural contents. This leads to the second phase, which was the market expansion through cooperation with local companies and artists. Artists from Super Junior M and FX are the ones that helped him to achieve phase 3, which was to establish a joint venture in each of the Asian market, and finally makes Asia as one market force. At the same time, JYP Entertainment debuted its boys band 2PM member Eun-Young, who is an American-born Thai Chinese, significantly increasing 2PM's popularity in Thailand. According to Michael Fair, the main reason for Eun-Young's recruitment might be his cosmopolitan background and nationality. This will bring new revenue potential for JYP Entertainment in Southeast Asian market. He is regarded not only as a successful example of globalization strategy, but also as a significant marker in the public changing perception of South Korea. Eun-Young has not only brought Korean culture to the Thai local market, but also has introduced Thailand to South Korea, even the world, as an image ambassador of the country. In addition to promote for home countries, those foreign idols also bring attention and awareness from the world to K-pop itself. Having been able to speak two languages, they can easily attract both Korean fans and fans from overseas. The exposure of foreign idols who share the same cultural identity with fans makes the barrier of language and culture even easier to break, because they can be somehow connected with their similar background. Some of those foreign fans are highly motivated and even willing to learn Korean for their idols, like myself. Apart from buying records and going to concerts, as stated by Soli Shin and La Nu Kim, and bilingual fans have devoted a huge amount of time translating interviews, song lyrics, and newspaper articles to share with others through YouTube, blogs, and chat rooms. This is one of the main reasons why K-pop is so widely spread all over the world, considering how many places in the world have access to the internet. What we're playing right now is the non-Korean YouTuber who posts her own trip to Korea as a vlog. The main purpose of this trip is going to catch some of her favorite K-pop idols in real life outside their companies. However, everything has two sides. Some of those foreign idols has experienced hardships, such as culture shock, training difficulties, and even unequal treatments. As you may know, 3 Chinese members of EXO were suing to leave the group. In an article that is published by Singapore Daily, former EXO member Tao said that he wants to show the world more about Chinese pop music rather than simply being a K-pop product. Let's hear what the former SM trainees has to say.
And they would make us go on the scale, and they would call out what your weight is in front of all of the girls, all of the guys, and if your weight had not gone down from the week prior, then we would kind of get bashed on. And I just remember thinking that this was such a shocking thing to me, because I had grown up in the States, and I was always, I grew up in a culture where you're supposed to embrace that kind of stuff, and weight was just, was just simply a number. But
as what Eun-Young states, the most of characteristics of the Korean waves are transnational and hybrids, and these characteristics involves combination of local and foreign elements at multiple levels. As we have shown before, foreign idols lead the K-pop industry to a new multicultural level, both domestically and globally. In other words, they are one of the most leading figures in Korean wave. Colin Marshall documented inside his record, quote, "I've seen people constantly guess wrong about K-pop for nearly 20 years. I don't see any reason why that should stop now. It's a hyper-competitive industry, but that also helps give it a lot of vitality. I wouldn't like to bet against it." End quote.